Alright, so we are back in Johto, and we're going to try and do 2 gym leaders this time. Because we looked last time, and we know that... Oh, what's his name? Price. Price has super low level Pokemon, and then we're going to come back here and fight Jasmine, who has slightly higher leveled steel Pokemon, so that is the plan. And I know he's over in Mahogany City or whatever, Mahogany Town. Mahogany, we'll just call it that. So we're just going to go straight there. I'm not really going to do a whole lot of extra stuff. I'm very eagerly awaiting the next generation. I'm going to do something a little different next gen. Somewhat of like a challenge. I'll probably do like a 1 video thing instead of a longer series. I think it'll just ultimately be like a little bit more interesting. And so that's what we're going to do. But for now, we'll just stay focused on this. And I don't know. I don't have anything to deal with ice still, I'm realizing. I have like Sharon, but I was looking at all the ice types in this game. And they're usually like, it's not good for me. And it's mostly like water and ice types. And everything I have doesn't really deal with that super well. Like obviously Cooper's no good, Sharon's no good, Gus is no good with ice. Bubba is okay, it's like kind of a middle ground. So we might have to just do that. I don't know, kind of regardless of whether it's the best or not. But whatever. And I also totally forgot about all of this Team Rocket stuff. And this is like just a small chunk of it. And then after this, I think we have to go like do the radio tower stuff. I want to say there's like a really huge chunk of Team Rocket all of a sudden. And I mean, this isn't Team Rocket. Right now I'm going to go see the red Gyarados real quick. Because, like, they keep talking about, like, oh, check out the lake. And that's where the first shiny Pokemon you ever encounter is. I don't like Gyarados. I don't really care about it. I'm just going to go up here, maybe throw 1 or 2 balls at it, and then just kill it. I think it's pretty high level. And I don't want to accidentally, like, lose something. And I also don't really want to, like, prepare for a Pokemon I don't actually really like. And so, we're kind of just winging it and hoping it actually goes well. Because I guess theoretically, the Gyarados could probably do a pretty good amount of damage. I think it has pretty high attack. Or special attack, one of the two. Either way. We're going to go take care of that. And then we have to do... Like, I want to say it's like 100 rocket battles. It's not that many, but it feels like that many. On like that underground section. And I know for a fact I'm going to just cut all that out. There's no reason to have that in here. It's just me fighting like poison types over and over again. And it's just not interesting at all. And so yeah, we'll just skip all that, and then that way we'll be able to fit in like the 2 gym leaders a little bit easier, and it will make more sense that way. And then after this episode, or after this like couple of gym leaders, we'll only have Elite Four and Claire left, I think. I don't know how hard the Elite Four is. Or like what their levels are. I feel like when I remember the Elite Four, I always remember beating them when I'm like level 100. And it's super easy. So we may not make it into the Elite Four. I'll have to look up what their levels are. 60 would be like too high, right? Everybody's probably like 50 something. Who knows? I don't know. We'll get there and we'll figure it out. But for now, I guess, yeah, we didn't get this Gyarados. It didn't really go that well. I thought it would, for whatever reason. But, yeah, he just was kind of tough. It wasn't worth, like, risking losing one of my core teammates, basically. So, we just go ahead and... Oh, we almost lost Bubba. We just went ahead and just took it out. And like, this is a risky move, but I guess I knew it was going to probably use Thrash. So it wasn't that risky. And it pretty much OHKO'd itself anyway. I'm still trying. I don't know why I'm trying. We're not going to get it. There's no chance. And I already have 2 water types. I don't need more water in my life. And you know what? This next part always bothered me a lot because, like, you meet up with Lance, right? And he was, like, the main dude in the last game. And at one point he's like, oh, like, you did such a great job down there. I just, like, stood back and, like, watched you. And I'm pretty sure Lance is, like, a grown man, right? He's, like, a grown dude who's just like, man, this little kid is doing a great job. Like, I'm just going to kick it and watch him, like, fight these other grown dudes. I always thought that was kind of bizarre. Like, why would he... I don't know. If I saw, like, I don't know how to... I guess there's no real life situation I could equate this to. Yeah, there's not. Because if I saw, like, a little kid fighting, like, a criminal on the street, I don't know what I would do. I have no clue, actually. Like, if you saw, like, a little kid grab a bank robber or something, I have no idea what you're supposed to do. I mean, you call the cops, I guess. But, like, I'm not going to just stand back and watch a little kid wrestle a bank robber to the ground. That seems nuts. I don't know. It's a weird situation that I probably will never be in. But here's the part I'm skipping, because every statue is 2 grunts. So, whatever, I did it all. And Gus became a Meganium? Magnanium, that's not right. Meganium. And, like, right after this, we had to fight all those electrodes, and that was also no problem. They self-destruct sometimes, but that's really not that big of a deal, because Sharon is pretty defensive. And then, yeah, and so we finished all that nonsense, and went into the ice gym to fight an old man and a bunch of skiers and snowboarders, who I like this guy in particular, because he's just wearing, like, he's actually, like, clipped into a snowboard, just hanging out in his boots with his snowboard fully attached to him, which is nuts. I assume this room has to be cold. Otherwise, these people are just, like, sweaty in, like, a super slippery room. It's probably not that cold. Like, maybe the equivalent of, like, a hockey stadium. But, I don't know. So far, like, things aren't looking too bad. Everything's, like, a low enough level that I can kind of just, like, force my way through it. But already, like, I have water types that have ice moves, so it's, like, the worst case scenario for me. And I still have Ohos on my team, and I don't know why I still have him there, because it's, like, I want to say it's still level, like, 9 or something. Not that it would have done me any good on this fight. I'm almost entirely weak to ice, or water, aside from Bubba and Fisher. And Bubba, I don't know, I'm gonna have to get some TMs out, I think. So yeah, and so I go back and heal between every trainer. So that's what those, like, fade in, fade out nonsense is. It's just easier, I don't know. I like playing it safe. I feel like I've come this far, I don't want to lose because, like, I got overly confident, even though I kind of am overly confident right now. Can't say the word, but whatever. It is also pretty late at night for me. Like, I'm recording this, well, it's not late, it's 9:30, but I'm recording this at 9:30, and I'll upload it to go out at like 10:30 or 11, so a little bit last minute. I got distracted doing, like, some Stardew Valley stuff today, and then garden stuff in real life, and I just kind of ran out of time for Pokemon, which happens a lot. I don't know why. It's like one of the few little things I've told myself I should do, and I neglect it so much. But yeah, she's just kicking it on her skis. Jinx, I don't think Jinx is a problem. I think that's like a pretty easy Pokemon, just because it can't do anything to me. I do need to give Bubba some better TMs though. I think I have Shadow Ball. So like right now, if I had Shadow Ball, I would have been able to take out this Jinx super fast, instead of playing this like sleeping double slap game. But I didn't, so after this fight, I will probably do all that, I guess. I'll get Sharon some better moves, Bubba, maybe Gus, I don't know what I have. I have all kinds of random TMs in my bag, so it just kind of depends. And I forgot that, water is not weak to ice, and I always thought it was, so this actually might go a little bit better than I thought. Or not weak. I meant, yeah, that's what I meant. Because I think Price has a Piloswine, which I used to call Piloswine, but I think Pilo makes more sense because it's like a pile of like hair, right? So I don't know. I was thinking about teaching Sharon Dynamic Punch, but it may not be like worth the risk because it's like a pretty rare hit, and Sharon might not even get used in this fight. So instead I just went with Shadow Ball, and I'm also going to teach Headbutt to Bubba, and that's pretty much going to be Bubba's moveset, unless he gets a better, or she gets a better psychic move. Like this will probably be its moveset until the end of the game. Thief is okay, but I don't really have any great TMs. I was hoping for like Earthquake, but I think you have to buy that somewhere. So yeah, we'll just do Headbutt to Bubba, and everybody else will stay the same. Maybe at some point I'll give Sharon Dynamic Punch, as well as just other random stuff, but for now, we'll just keep it the same. And then yeah, I think we'll just kind of roll into it and hope it works out. And assuming it does, our next stop is just... what's her name? I don't know, I don't remember her name already. I don't know how that's possible. Jasmine. I think we still have to go up to the... oh, what is it called? The tower, where she's like hanging out with her sick dog or whatever. And we gotta cure her Pokemon. And then once you cure it, I think you fight her. I don't know if she has any people with her. But that's what we'll do next, so... Border Brad, that's a good name. I do like Swinub a lot. We always refer to it as a Roomba in our house, or the Roomba. And I guess just because it looks like a little Roomba, like a Roomba with hair. I don't know if you have a Roomba, but we have just the worst Roomba. Its name's Lewis, and he is just not a good vacuum in any sense. Like we have our house is not friendly for Roombas. It's like an old Victorian, so like the floors are like darker. We have a black carpet in one of the rooms. There's like a weird like ledge in the back, and we have like one of those clawfoot tubs, so it constantly gets like wedged under the bathtub or falls off the cliff, or it thinks the black carpet is a cliff. So Lewis basically just is constantly asking for help, and it's just not a good vacuum. But yeah, that's what Swinub reminds me of. It's a little bit of a tangent, but whatever. I think Shelter looks like super good in this game. It's very creepy looking. I guess if you didn't know that was his tongue, it would be kind of hard to tell. And then I want to say Cloyster. Cloyster's always kind of crazy looking. I'm not sure if this dude does a cloister or not. Yeah, it does. It's not too bad in this one. I want to say in the last game it's like shell is the other way. And yeah, Aurora Beam's trash. These guys are all bad. I do feel like I'm a little over leveled for these people. I don't know, like, I don't know if this is the right order or not. Like, was I supposed to go to Mahogany earlier? I don't think so, because you have to have Surf to get there, don't you? I don't know. I kind of feel like I went out of order somehow. Even though I guess it's kind of like open. But like, had I fought Jasmine before this, I would have had like a huge chunk of Team Rocket, then Old Man, and then another huge chunk of Team Rocket, all in like one big clump. And I'm not sure if that's how the actual experience is supposed to be. And this guy's okay. He's like your classic, like, much older generation, like, hey, I'm older than you, that means I'm better, whatever. And he's like rocking a t-shirt while everybody else is in their cool snowboard clothes, which again is kind of weird. Like, what is he doing hanging out with like these like cool teens that are like snowboarding and stuff? It's weird. But he's got a seal, doesn't matter. I think he probably has a dugong. Oh, that's good. And then he has the Piloswine, so I don't know. I think this fight will be easy. Rest is annoying. And if he has any potions, it's also really annoying. But I don't know, I kind of wish there was like individual like difficulty sliders for Pokemon sometimes. Or like toggles. Where you can like click, oh, I'm doing a Nuzlocke, and like that would mean it would like automatically do all the stuff for you. Like, oh, Bubba gets killed and he just is no longer in the party. That'd be cool. Or like you could switch something where like, oh, nobody can use potions in battles, including gym leaders. That'd be nice. Because it gets pretty frustrating having like a gym leader use like two full heals or hyper potions or whatever. It sucks. I got lucky with this dugong too, because it just slept basically the whole time. And yeah, this was easy, no problem. I do think it would have been really problematic if we didn't have Bubba, and if we weren't level 35. Because we're already like 4 levels above Piloswine right now, so whatever. I was worried about that Blizzard, because I remember Blizzard always hits like mega hard. But I am a whatever animal Slowpoke is, so I'm all good. What animal is that? Is it supposed to be like an otter? Why don't I know what this is? Should I know what he is? I assume he's not furry. He's like gross, like pink skin. And he evolves into a thing with a shell. So I don't know. He's like not a sloth, because sloths move slow, but they don't like live near water as far as I know. Is he supposed to be like a small hippo? I don't know. If you know, I guess let me know. I don't know if there's a real answer to it, or if it's just like a theory somebody might have. I do try and like equate them to what, animals they'd be in real life, obviously. And usually it's relatively easy. But yeah, anyway, whatever. Here's Jasmine healing her Ampharos, who I assumed we'd have to like fight. But no, it just like kicks it up here always by itself. And I guess is the Lighthouse technically. Just kind of like a sad existence. And like they don't have medicine readily available, which is also kind of weird. Like what do they do like what illness do this Pokemon have? It doesn't make sense. But yeah, whatever. And I guess it's just her alone, which is fine. It's she's Steel, which I think is like, I think Sharon is just gonna like roll through this one pretty easily. I want to say like Levitate didn't quite exist yet. So I don't know if I can use ground type stuff. Because Levitate, I can't remember if it just affected Earthquake or if it was all ground moves. But it made electric types like pretty beefy. Especially electric steel. Because it took away like their main weakness, right? But I don't know, it doesn't matter because Magnemite just absolutely got O-code, so we're fine there. Steelix, I think, is a little bit more problematic. Because I think he does a lot of damage to me. And I hurt myself and can... Oh, that's like the ultimate insult. Oh, goodness. Yeah, see, I was so stressed right there. Because I don't want to lose Sharon. Sharon's like carried us through so much of this. It would be such a shame to lose it to something so silly as confusion. But yeah, we got Slowbro, or Slowpoke. Still not a Slowbro. I think we have like 2 levels until we have a Slowbro, and then it will get a lot beefier. And maybe I'll find like an Ice type move for Bubba. I feel like that would do me a lot of good for Claire. I just have to figure out where I can find an Ice type move. And I'm thinking probably maybe Goldenrod, since we have to go there anyway in the department store. At least like Ice Punch. Like it would be nice to get Blizzard. And oh, I have Icy Wind. I don't know if that's really worth anything. Because like my knowledge is so messed up from Pokemon now, just from playing Pokemon Go all the time. Because like Icy Wind in Pokemon Go is good for the PvP in that game. But in this, I think it's pretty trash for PvE. Like I feel like Blizzard or Ice Beam is the way to go. I don't know. I won't do any research. And I probably won't remember to buy a TM, so this is all pointless. And this is the greatest thing to happen right here, though. Tries to paralyze me, body slam him, and he gets paralyzed. It's fantastic. It's the best possible scenario. So that was like the easiest Magnemite I could have fought. And overall, like honestly, like that Magnemite didn't do anything to me. And that whole gym was cake. Like no problem whatsoever. So 2 gyms in one go. Which she should have just given me the badge, in fairness. I just saved that Pokemon's life, that she was just gonna stand there and let it die. Just give me your little pin that I can put on my jacket. You know, that's what this is all for. Come on. Iron Tail, I don't know, that's probably good. And that's it, I just peel out. And then now I have like the ultimate challenge, not really challenge, but like the ultimate time taking challenge of the Rocket and Goldenrod, which I don't remember how extensive it is. I know it's like radio tower stuff, so I'm just gonna go there now, and that way I remember what I'm supposed to do, because otherwise I'll never remember. And I think I just have to go, I don't know what I have to do. I'll figure it out next time. And then hopefully we'll get to Claire, defeat her, and then get ready for probably a final rival fight, and then the Elite Four. So maybe like 1 episode left of this, maybe 2. Just depends on how next time goes. And then we're on to Emerald. I think I'll play Emerald. And I don't know, I kind of want to just like roll like just Mudkip all the way through. Or you know what? I want to just do like Torchic. Only Torchic. Nobody else. Never evolve. Just roll through to a Torchic. But we'll see. Anyway, I will see you all next time.